What's up, guys? We are back with another Super 7 Ultimates Turtles Wave 6 review, taking a look at the non-standard figures in this wave. So we've had a Mouser since Wave 1, we got a Mouser with Baxter, but that's the only way you could get one. And instantly I thought, well, I want more than one, right? So Super 7 has gotten around to giving us a multi-pack of Mousers as an individual release, so this is a pack of 5. So it comes in a standard style packaging still, so this is everything we're familiar with. You've got your purple slipcover because, you know, bad guys. You've got the Mouser manhole cover on the front, Turtles logo on the back, of course. Pop that off and you've got all 5 of your Mousers there in the big window. You've got 3 pristine, 2 all beaten and battered, and then this is also sort of like an accessory set, so you've got all that stuff there as well. We've got our very familiar graffiti brick motif packaging, and then the back of the box gives us our bio for our robotic rat trap. So let's do it. Let's pull them out and take a look.
And here we go, out of the package, our Ultimates Mouser. So this is, again, a set of 5 Mousers, and this is the same Mouser that we got with Baxter Stockman. So if you've already got him, you've already got 1. This is 5, 3 that are factory fresh, 2 that are battle damaged, and it's a way to, you know, army build that, and it's also a small, it's a kind of a small accessory set because we get extra stuff that goes with these guys to sort of tie them together in terms of what they do, what they're for, and then some things to use with the battle damage ones. So as far as articulation, this is going to be real quick. We've got a swiveling head, you know, full 360 there. You've got an open and shut lower jaw on the mouth, and then the legs swivel. That's it. That's all they do. I don't know that there's really too much more that they need to do, but that's about it. That's really all they do. It's the exact same one that we got with Baxter. And, you know, just to bring that in, this is the one we got with Baxter. There's not really anything that you're going to notice that's different here out of the new ones versus the old ones. So pretty minimalistic on what they actually do. But of course, this is going to really beef up your display if you've got Baxter, you definitely need Mousers. And then if you've got a bunch of foot soldiers, this is a way to, you know, add to your foot ranks. Now, visually, I mean, I'm happy with these guys. I was a fan of the one that came with Baxter in that initial release way back. It seems like forever, way back in Wave 1. They are pretty minimalistic though, but I don't know if that's a bad thing because the Playmates toy wasn't exactly the most detailed thing ever. Mostly my main interest for this set is the battle damaged ones. But as far as the regular ones go, I mean, you've got that sort of powder blue color with a little bit of blue accents here and there. You've got grays and blacks. You've got the sensor on the top in red, and you've got the foot emblem on top as well. But I think they look good. I mean, they are, again, they're minimalistic. They're supposed to look like, you know, just the toy-based Mousers, and I'm pretty happy with them. They're kind of chunky. They're not too big. They're not too small. They definitely have a little bit of shelf presence. They're a little weighty, too. But these guys are the ones that I was most interested in just because they offer the most in terms of what you can do with them. So not only do they have all of that same articulation, all the articulation is retained here, they have all this damage. And what I really like about them is just the idea of being able to shove a bunch of weapons in the heads, really. So a lot of the weaponry is going to fit. You know, you've got something, you know, all these holes here will accommodate Raph's Sai. You know, you can open the mouths a little bit and you can cram a nunchuck in there in that hole, or Donnie's bow staff in the hole, or you've got a big, you know, gouge or gash on top that will accommodate one of Leo's swords. So you can kind of play up the idea of who's damaging them and how, I suppose. There's a little bit more to these than that, though. It's not just the fact that they have this battle damage. So like the sensor array on the top of the battle damage one is cracked open, and you can actually see the sensor inside. That would be underneath the glass, basically. So that's in there. You've got a silver dry brushing all over the entire figure. So it's kind of a metallic sheen that sits over top of even the blue, but all over the blacks and the gray to make it look worn, make it look like it's actually been in battle and, you know, it's been just torn all to hell. And then we get this sort of, you know, big crack on the front. I'm not the biggest fan of this. It kind of looks out of place to me a little bit. It looks kind of cartoony. And it's definitely like a tampo piece. It has to be, I'm assuming, just for how clean it is. It is pretty clean and it's super metallic, but it does seem kind of out of place to me. Something about it isn't exactly working for me. I do like all of the scuff marks all over it though, because it just looks worn, and that goes really well with all of the damage on the front. I would have preferred it if we got more battle damage ones than regular ones, but I guess that's just because, you know, I've already got a regular one, so now I'm kind of overextended on regulars, and I've only got 2 of the battle damage ones, so I guess I'll need to get another set. But I do think these look really good. You know, I was a fan of the Baxter included Mauser to begin with, and as soon as I got that one, I said, well, I was going to need more. You can't just have one, and then we got the glow-in-the-dark one, but that's a separate one. So it's cool to be able to get like a whole batch and then throw your Baxter one in there. And that's a pretty strong squad of Mausers, and if you want to go crazy with it, well, that's easy to do. As I mentioned earlier, though, this set is in many ways also like a small accessory set too. So you've got your 5 Mausers, but we've also got extra stuff to sort of liven up the display, bring back a few older accessories, give us a couple new things, and then just give us stuff that will go with these guys in like a battle scene or something like that. So to start with, I mean, I've already got a bunch of stuff here. We've got 2 new Psy for Raph, and they're done up, they're basically the same thing he's already had before, but they have these like burn marks on them, and then they can go in the holes on the head of the 2 battle damage ones, obviously. You can fit them in different spots. You know, I've already kind of mentioned that some holes will accommodate the Psy, or maybe like Leo's sword or things like that. So you've got 2 of those. Let me yank him out of this mouth here. We've got this little rat. I wonder who this is supposed to be. He's got a headband on. So you've got a little rat here. It's just a little slug figure. It doesn't really do anything. But you've got something that you can actively, explain what a Mauser is supposed to do. He's supposed to catch a rat or a mouse or, a turtle, jam him into the head there, and you've got that. We've got 2 of these little turtles, and if you've been in the line for a while, you'll recognize this. This is the same turtle that we got with Splinter, so you get 2 of these. And I really like these, especially if, you get a few of these sets, you're going to have enough to have a display where Splinter has 4 baby turtles. You'll need more than 1 set of these in order to do that, because Splinter comes with 1. So now I've got 3 for the time being. We get a singular piece of pizza, which doesn't necessarily go with the Mauser specifically, but I'm always up for getting pizza because we don't have a ton of that in this line still. There's not a lot of pizza pieces, so this will beef up the ranks there. So we got some pepperoni, and I don't know what topping is a green circle. I don't know. So we've got that. We've got the Mauser Master Control, so this is going to be something to give to Shredder or Krang or of course Baxter Stockman, just to have a way to beef up that display and show who's controlling them. And then finally we get a canister of just leaky ooze. So I'm really happy with this. I like seeing this kind of stuff, throw it in a mouth or something and have them transport it back to the Technodrome or wherever your bad guys are. So you get a handful of things. It's not a ton of stuff, and it's some stuff we have already seen before, but I like getting this. So now you get Psy that you can use specifically with your Mauser, so you don't have to cannibalize Raph. Again, I like getting these little turtle guys. I think they're really cool to begin with. And then I'm really happy that we got this, just to be able to give Baxter something to sort of tie him together to the Mausers, because of course, he already came with 1. So yeah, overall pretty happy with this set. Again, I like the Mauser to begin with, and it's more of the same, just times 5. I do really like the battle damage ones though. Again, I'm maybe not the keenest on that scuffing or the cracking or whatever you want to call it on the chest. The belly of the Mauser, but the rest of it looks really good. I like all of the damage on the actual mouth and head of the Mauser. So all the places you can put weaponry and show who's doing the damage and how it was done. All the scuff marks, all the wear and tear all over the rest of the body looks great. And then they move okay. I mean, they don't do a whole lot, but they do exactly what I need them to. The legs work well enough. The head moves, the mouth opens. You can put all sorts of stuff inside there to show them eating junk and animals and all kinds of nonsense that goes in line with what a Mauser does. And then, of course, this is a quick, easy way to really beef up your display, especially if you're going heavy on Foot Clan side of stuff. You can add a huge amount of bad guy stuff in one go just by buying this set. And then, of course, it's a really cool companion piece to your Baxter Stockman. So that's going to do it for this look at the Super 7 Ultimates Mausers. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.